Where was I? I have a terrible memory, which makes doing stand-up tough. So I set out to write a joke that would be impossible for me to forget. And that was it. Just hired an ornithologist. What? No, what? No. Look, the guy's credentials were impeccable. I was in New York, spent some time in New York, and I love the city. I love. I walk around, and parts of it though. I mean, I have mixed. I walk by bakeries. You know the bakeries, nice Italian bakeries, especially Italian bakeries, and they have the multicolored cookies and candies, the macaroons. And the thing is, my father was a macaroon farmer his whole life, and he was ashamed to admit it. He thought people would laugh. He was right. Been married for 9 years. 9 years. Thank you. It is 9 years. It's not 10, is it? I was like, oh, I really might have just fucked myself, or not. Well, It's 9 years, right? Is it 9 years? Yeah. Okay. This isn't my wife. This is my secretary. She keeps track of this shit. And but the thing is, I said I've been married for 9 years to my wife. Which would have been a joke, right, a couple of years ago, because it would have been redundant. You could only get married if you're one of me to a wife, and it would have been saying the same thing twice, which is, that's what comedy is. You say one thing and then you say it the second time, and the second time it's funny. That's what comedy is. You say something like you say it the second time. See? But now, I could say, I'm married, and to my husband or whatever, or I'm not up on the pronouns. I ask Sheila sometimes to give me a lecture, and I can't keep track of the pronouns. But so this, which is interesting because that means there are people that complain that extending the right to marry whomever you want to everybody robs the meaning of words like husband and wife, but it doesn't. It actually gives them meaning, right? It actually makes it meaningful for me to say I'm married to my wife. Then you have good reason to expect, it'll be a woman that you'll see when I say, my wife is coming. But of course, you do hear this worry. People are worried that, where's it going to end? You're going to get married. 5, 6 people marrying each other, people marrying their tractors, et cetera, et cetera. And I think, what the fuck? Well, go ahead, let's do it. Right? I have a friend who has a close and very intimate relationship with his record collection that I think is actually a public good that the state ought to recognize and accord benefits to, the value such of it is. And and of course, if corporations are people, right, you ought to be able to marry corporations. I mean, I'm just surprised this hasn't happened already. I can hear it though, honey, the Supreme Court just ruled today that you can marry a corporation, so I'm leaving you for Whole Foods. You haven't even noticed that we've been fucking every weekend for years, 3.5 hours. Sometimes I go in during the week for a quickie. I guess it does mean, though, that I should marry Citizens Electric because they've been fucking me in the ass every week for years. I don't expect that, right? I mean, it's respect I deserve. Mary, put a ring on it, okay? But I put a ring on it. Sorry, that just threw me off. Corporations, right? Corporations are people. We can marry corporations. I'm gonna have to reach for it. Oh, hey.
They're neatly typed out. It's okay.
They're not typed out. They're actually written out. No, actually, this is a different joke. It's a different joke. But actually, my sex life is kind of vanilla. I should say, with my wife here. Not for lack of trying. I've been married for 9 years, and so far I haven't been able to get my wife to even try a 3-way light bulb. But there's still more time. I am a hunter, although what I really want to do is gather. And gathering, and there's a vaguely defined profession, right? Bring any two things closer together, and you're done. Like for the day, apparently, right? Maybe that's just if you're a union gatherer, you know. And if any profession would be unionized, right, you'd expect it to be the gatherers who gather together. But it can't be all good being a gatherer. You know, you go to parties, and it's going to come up. People are going to say, "What do you do?" And you don't want to lie, so you say you're a gatherer, and then off they go. They know somebody, their uncle, who's really a collector, right? I mean, they don't even understand. They don't understand the difference between collecting. And they're being nice, and you want to be nice, but their uncle they tell you about, and I mean that's okay. I can handle that. It's the people they've had like one class in gathering, like they've had intro to gathering. You do like a couple of weeks of the history of gathering, and then you do some basic, search algorithms and maybe like a sort or a non-definitional sort process at the end, and then they talk about maybe an application or two, and then they think they know everything. They think they are gatherers, right? So they're like talking to you like they're a gatherer. I mean, those people are fucking annoying, They have no idea, it's 4 years of undergraduate, and then graduate school, right? And then an internship, and increasingly a postdoc in gathering. So, you can't just walk up and start gathering, It's not, people think, let's just put things together. But that's fucking bullshit. Because it's... I shouldn't have gone off my script, it's just something else. But at least, if you're a gatherer, at least you're not a putterer. I mean, those people, that's not even a profession anymore, right? I mean, there was a day when putty loomed large in everyday lives. A window needed putty. If you were a putterer, that was a profession. You held your head up high. Any putterers in the room? No? Well, that's what happened to the putterers. Thanks very much. Good night.